All right, let's try and get central. Okay, guys. So I still haven't told everyone we're live. So guess what? I'm going to have to post loads of people that are live now. So hi, Deborah. I don't really have a specific topic. There was a couple of things I wanted to try out. Let me just go on to Defending Elvis Facebook page. So guys, welcome to Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Just what I do when I start a show, in case you're new here, I like to just let everyone know that we've gone live. I let them know on the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page that has a 24-hour chat on it. I put it on my personal name, Louis Macreadys. Then I jump over to Messenger, and then we just start telling people that we're live. And bit by bit, a few of you start to join us. In the background, I've got the 33 trailers playing, which you can just about hear it just in the background. Just the volume's just low enough so I won't be copyrighted. So let me just, I've sort of reduced the amount of people I'm messaging now, because I'm only going to be messaging the people that are joining us. There's no point in messaging people that don't join us. It's just pretty pointless. Okay, so we've actually, we've had an interesting time of it, haven't we, guys? Lots of drama. I've been at work today. This week I've been to work 3 times this week. I tend to not have to go in that much because it's all to do with properties. Generally, I just don't have to. Yeah. So, but this week has been different. Now, hi Caroline. We've only just started, so I'm going to have a little practice run at doing, trying to read some small sections of the two books today. We're going to read a little bit of each, but we can't do it word for word. We're just going to do little bits, and then we're going to discuss it. I'm going to treat each book as if I've never read them before, as if they're brand new and they've just been sent to me, and we're introducing them. Yeah, that's my little plan. Now, guys, I can't read them word for word. The copyrights don't allow it. So we're going to try and find a way. Yeah, I don't mind starting with, I was going to sort of go between the two, guys. Now, remember, the reason I mentioned this book, which I know many fans are very upset with, is I find that this book is full of lies. I can pick out the lies. This helps me defend Elvis. Yeah, so there's a reason I read that book. Let's have a look. So I'm just quickly messaging people that were live. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I can hear Elvis singing. It's really cool. So I've got the dogs with me. The kids are about to go to bed. I'm sure the kids are going to walk in here, and something funny will happen. Okay, guys, right. So where are we? Jane, I'm just quickly whizzing through as fast as I can. Can anyone hear the music in the background? I love it. Hi, Sherry. I'm just quickly messaging the people I can. Do you know what? Hi, Isa. I wish I just had one button. Just one button. Play the one. And then everyone joins. No, I don't have the one button. But generally, we'll get a few of you join now, won't we? Oh, can you hear that music playing, guys? So good. So good. Right, so let me just jump over to Instagram, see if anyone wants to join us there. Instagram. Oh, that music is so good.
Protective.
Tony, let's get Tony on. California Girl, is that a new one? California Girl, are you new to Team Elvis? Hi, Stacey. Hope you're feeling a bit better today. Deborah and Stacey, they're like sisters now, Deborah and Stacey. Right, let's have a look. So I think that's all the people. Yeah, California Girl, I'm guessing you're from California. Let's tell Lorna. Ah, I understand, Stacey. I understand. I remember when I remember when my father passed. It was, I don't know. I can't really put it into words. It was, I don't know. It was something that just I sort of, how do I say it? I sort of have this weird feeling that he was still with me. I can't explain that. But when my father passed, I just had this feeling he was still around me, and I think I've always had it. It just, that's how I dealt with it. I don't know how it is with you, Stacey, but you know, we all send you love. We all group hug, Stacey. When you are live, it's usually very late here. So what time is it where you are? Yeah, California Girl, I am on quite late in England. It's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Hi, Chicky Blue. So what I want to do, I want to try and read a bit of this and a bit of Elvis and me. We're going to sort of just, they're so chalk and cheese, aren't they? Because this is a complete pack of lies. I'm completely against this book. This is a rewriting of history. Priscilla's opportunity to reinvent the truth in the 80s. And this is complete truth, totally truth. This book is like, we believe every word that Lisa said. So they are so different, so different. Now, what I did want to do is just read some of your comments first, because I haven't read your comments, guys, from your messages for ages. I used to do it every week. I used to just randomly just go through the comments. Let's have a look and just read a few out and just see what you guys say. There we are. Look, one of the most common comments: I missed the live, watching now. Let's message that's Manders, Tony. We're live now. Tony's not on yet. Hi, Nat TV. So what I thought I would do, I'll just read General Cohen. All right, she just thumbed me, so Tony will be here in a sec. So let's just read it. This is from Sueg, S-E-S-U-E-G, defending Elvis Presley. Thank you for this live. It was very interesting. Now, he's talking about the live that we did this morning. I don't know if you guys know, but Bridget Cruz joined our live this morning. Bridget Cruz is the auctioneer from GWS Auctions that is in litigation in a lawsuit with Priscilla Presley. She did a live stream with Shauna last couple of days ago. So Bridget joined us this morning. We just had a nice chat. We spoke about many things. And that live stream is called Bridget Cruz Joins Us Defending Elvis Presley. She's lovely. We weren't big fans of Bridget Cruz. We really like Bridget Cruz. She's like, we fully support her. We know she's going through hell with the lawsuit against Priscilla. Priscilla is claiming elder abuse. So we're so pleased that she joins us here and we want to support her. So I'll just read this message that's on that video. It says, thank you for this live. It was very interesting. I agree with all you have said. I've watched an interview with Priscilla and she said that I had been trained in acting, and after Elvis died, I waited a year to be cast in Dallas. As I do not want people to think I was cashing in on death, she has done nothing else since Elvis died. And if she had loved him, she would have said the following: I waited a year after Elvis died, and I was so upset and sad and grieving for this lovely man that she, and then she ends it by saying she is a narcissist, a thoroughly awful woman. That is Sueg. Now, where have I heard that word narcissist before? Hi, Richie boy. How you going, my friend? We haven't seen you for a few days. So we have got... so I'm just flicking through different messages just for the fun of it. Let's click on Oliver. Oliver Keegan. I'll send him a thing saying we're live. We're live. Oh, we'll have to go back and watch that interview. Boy, Priscilla really plays her ace card. We got strong opinions of Priscilla here, California. Right. Thank you for defending Elvis. I want justice for Lisa Marie and Elvis Presley. I miss Lisa Marie and Benjamin and Elvis so much. I love Riley so much. I defend Elvis and Lisa and Benjamin and Riley. I dislike Priscilla. The Priscilla movie I dislike. I love Austin, obviously Austin Butler, for bringing Elvis back to Elvis Presley back. The 1979 Elvis gone too soon, and Lisa Marie. No one can realize how Elvis, and at least I think he means 1977. But guys, it's true. Oh, Tony, you got my message. Tony just bought me a coffee. Thank you, Tony. How's it going? Do you have a nice big steak tonight? Did you? How are you feeling? Have you felt anything different yet? I know it's a bit too soon. I'm glad I woke you up. So that was Oliver Keegan. Thank you, Oliver. Let's go to the next message. We've got one. Hello. I remember I'm live at the moment.
I want a sandwich.
A sandwich?
Yeah.
Right, guys. I'm going to make him a sandwich, but don't worry. Because I'm going to play you something. Let me get my little stand. Okay, yeah, Tina's here. Hi, Songbird. Right, I'm going to play you something, guys, and it'll only take me a minute, and then we're going to carry on here. So, content. Let's just find it. Here we go.
No more.
Love it. I'll tell you what, there are so many good songs. This is called A Song. Let me just show you it. It's called A Song. I don't know if it's going to tune. It's called A Song from All 31 Albums. A Song from All 31 Albums. Okay, so California said, I really got a lot of my information about Lisa Marie past childhood experiences by watching your channel. And I do now have a whole different outlook on Priscilla now. Yes, I mean, obviously when we've read this beautiful book, Lisa Marie's book, this definitely opens our eyes. I'm no expert on Lisa Marie, guys. No expert at all. I've got a lot to learn about Lisa Marie. Obviously, we all grew up with Lisa Marie from, you know, I'm a very similar age to Lisa. I'm only a couple of years older than her. And I almost feel like she was like a sister and we sort of grew up through the decades together. So I think we all just deeply miss Lisa, don't we? It's like a lot of us don't really feel that we believe that she's gone. Like we've like, are so gutted and we can't believe that she died so young, so it's almost like it's not real, but the truth is she has passed. God rest her soul. So how we going, Songbird? I'm just gonna, yeah, I mean what it is, California girl, something's happened we can't read the whole chapters now. We've been told that we have to read small sections and review it, which is what I'm going to have a go at doing in a second. I wanted to let Salvatore know that we are live, so I was going to quickly get his email up. Salvatore is my friend. Let's see if I can find his email address. Songbird, have you spoke to Salvatore at all? Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. We're live. Here we go. I found it. So I'll just tell him we're live. Salvatore, you here yet? Right, I've just messaged it. So who we got? Who grew up with her? She's a couple of years older than me. Yes, Nat TV. We just, come on, guys. It's like, obviously they're not related to us. You know, we love Elvis. We love obviously all the Presleys, the original Presleys. Yeah, obviously not Priscilla, unfortunately. And we just sort of feel like they're sort of family, don't we? So it's, even though we have our own families, we feel sort of protective and defense. I'm quite defensive. If someone says something bad about anything to do with Elvis and Lisa and Riley and Finley and Harper, I do get a bit protective, a bit, oh, I'm going to defend him. I do have that feeling. Yeah, so I'm not going to skip through the whole book. Now we are practicing. We are going to just read a bit. Then we're going to comment on it between the two books. I just want to just read a couple more messages. Let's have a look. I haven't done this for a while. Just literally clicking on messages and reading them. I'm just going to turn the TV down a little bit, just to make sure that I don't get copyrighted. Okay, that's better. All right, yeah. Let's have a look. So we've got, we have let's have a look. Let's see if we can. We get a lot of messages saying, I missed the live. I missed the live. I wasn't notified. I wasn't notified. So Joanne has said, Joanne's talking about Priscilla, I think. She was greedy. That's when Elvis paid to furnish her apartment that she shared with Mike Stone. That's when Vernon came to pick up Lisa. She hid the furniture. I've heard this story before. Let me just tell her we're live. We're live. So I think Joanne's got a couple of comments here. Joanne, are you with us? Hi, Jane. Okay. So Joanne also says, even Mike Stone says that he got recognized when he was with Priscilla. She would be irritated. Now, one of the beefs I've got with Mike Stone, you know, going way back, is that when she left Elvis, dragged Lisa Marie away from her father, forced Lisa Marie to live with a stranger, they would go out and about. They would be seen in public. Obviously, the photographers, the press would follow them, take pictures. They were out shopping together. They would even kiss in public. And this is one of the things that infuriates me about Priscilla, is that when she had this very public separation, basically, Mike Stone was unfaithful to his wife who was pregnant. She didn't keep it private. This has always bothered me. Yeah, Karen, she knew what she was doing, but I've always thought there was a feeling of revenge. I'm with the champion karate man, Mike Stone. I've got the power now. I've taken Lisa with me. I really feel like she really played the victim, but she also rubbed it in Elvis's face. I really feel that. I really feel it was really rubbed in his face. this is part of the reason why he was so upset and angry with her. I really think that. Hi, Ayisa, you okay? Right, so next comment. Riley is handling everything quite well. If you ask me, so grateful she did finish her mother's memoir. I do love her a lot, and I feel her love through what she does. Yes, I definitely agree that. In fact, the more I watch Riley's interviews, like there's a podcast today that I wanted to play, but I'm still waiting for permission to play it, which is annoying. But the more I watch Riley being interviewed, the more she's got into the flow of it. Because I actually think at first, the first 3 or 4 interviews Riley did, I think she was a bit tense, a little bit nervous. But I can tell that she's really mellowed into these interviews that she's giving, obviously promoting the book From Here to the Great Unknown. One of my favorite was Fern Cotton, the BBC British interviewer. It was like a radio interview. We have posted it on our channel. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was really good. So yeah, I do think, Riley, for someone who has inherited Gracelands, basically Elvis's legacy, is handling it really well, really well. She's always got that beaming smile. She always is extremely polite and friendly and kind and courteous. She's held herself so well, Riley. I'm really proud of her. Definitely 100% Elvis would be proud. Let me just go back a little bit. Richard, or maybe, right, let's have a look. Louis, you still Richard, or maybe he shouldn't laugh out loud. My comment was blocked. What comment? Have I missed something? Is there a blocked comment? Sorry, guys. Let me go back a little bit. Or maybe he shouldn't laugh out loud. I'm confused. Richie boy, did something get blocked? Emily, the comment I said. What comment? I can't see a comment. Is there a comment? Hi, Tony. I can't see a blocked comment. Richie boy, fire away, mate. Fire away. What comment? Honestly, I don't understand. I'm lost. Right, so then we've got she was so greedy that when Richie boy, I don't block comments. Please trust me. Don't listen to the naysayers. I don't block comments. If someone is rude, I delete them. I don't block comments. So what did you comment, my friend? You can go ahead and comment it again. You go ahead, my friend. Vernon, to pick up. Let's find another comment. Keep going. Louis, why have you keep going. Nancy has got a comment. Let's have a look. Okay, did someone block your comment, my friend? Tell us about it. Let us join in on your story. Come on, bring us in on the secret, Richie boy. So Nancy says, Louis, you're gonna need a beer after reading my 10 comments. I don't like ginger. Louis knows I don't like ginger. Obviously, we do talk about ginger. Where is it? Where's my book? I have to show each book as we. There's so many books here. Where is it? My wife has hidden it. Baba. There you go. There you go. Now, we have read 2 chapters of this book. So it's obvious that Nancy, you're not here, are you, Nancy? Let me just tell Nancy we're live. Nancy, we're live. Right. So Nancy does give us very interesting comments. All right, Ayisa. We'll see you later, my friend. Okay. Nancy says, I don't like ginger. Louis knows I don't like ginger. I don't care if he reads a book about ginger. I don't care. I say what I say. Louis never got rid of my comments. Thank you. Never, not one comment. Never deleted my comments. Yeah, because this is something that comes up. I don't delete comments. I block rude people. That's all I do. So then she says, but there's thousands of people that want to hear about Ginger, and I understand that it's his show, not mine, and don't want to hear it when he's reading. Right, so she doesn't want to hear Ginger. That's fair enough. Now, guys, I'll give you my... we'll talk about Ginger quickly. Yes, Nat TV. I've got a lot of books, but what it is, Nat TV, YouTube have said to me, I can only read small sections, and then we have to discuss the section we've read. So we can't just read them page for page now, which is okay. We'll find a way of doing it. So my opinion on Ginger, you can tell me your opinion. Yeah, I definitely need a shelf, Helen. You can tell me your opinion, guys, on Ginger, but this is my opinion on Ginger, and I mean it with respect. She's a lovely lady. She's had a very decent life. Ayisa buys me a coffee. Ayisa, thank you. You are too kind. Thank you, Ayisa. You're very good to me. Now, Richie, I can see your comment. Honestly, I can see your comment here. Your comments are coming up. Shall I take a picture? Let me take a picture. There we go. Look. Da da da. Let's focus in on Richie boy. Okay, then I get the picture up. If it's gonna focus. No, the other one. What are you saying? It's being selective about your comments. I don't understand. You're confusing me. So your comment is the one from the bottom. It's not focusing very good, is it? It's so crap. Come on, focus, focus. I wonder why. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea why that would happen. That is strange, isn't it? Right, what was I saying? Right. Yes, so with my views on Ginger Oldham, okay. Do I think that they were going to get married? I think 1977 was a very difficult year for Elvis. He had a lot going on, of course. He had the release of this book. Definitely stressy. Oh yeah, share it on our, yeah, Richie boy, put it on our 24/7 chat on Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. Unless it's thanks, Jane. I won't. Do you know what? I do go to the toilet too much. Jane, thank you very much. Right. Jane, no, I'm just saying hello to the postman. I'll just pop out, say hello to the postman. Elvis Presley fan, how you going? How you going? Right, I need to answer this thing about Ginger Oldham. I think Elvis had a lot of problems in 1977 to do with his health, obviously his medication. Yeah, looking for the gifts. That's it, Helen. I obviously he wasn't well, chronically sick. He's got a lot on his plate in 1977. Priscilla is hammering him for the second divorce settlement that is still going on. And I don't take Ginger Oldham and Elvis's relationship really seriously. I think she was only like 21, wasn't she, in 1977? I think, was Elvis well enough to make a decision to get married in 1977? I don't know, guys. I don't know. A lot was going on. Do I think Ginger Oldham is a lovely person? Yes. Is there a possibility that Elvis was also seeing another woman? We've heard maybe he had someone there waiting to go on tour with him because Ginger didn't want to go. So I can see that Nancy doesn't like Ginger. So I think many of the fans have got favorites, haven't they? Some people like Linda. Some people are obsessed with Priscilla. Some people prefer Ginger. We love it. We love Anita Wood. Of course, we've been reading Anita Wood's book, which is fantastic. We're up to chapter 10. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to email the author to get permission to actually read this word for word, which I'm going to do. I want to email the author. So can I ask you guys, do you have a favorite girlfriend? Some of you like Anita Wood. Seriously, some of you like Anne Margaret. Anne Margaret. Were they officially a boyfriend and girlfriend? Did they ever get engaged? These are the questions I think that come up all the time. I like June Junico. Yeah. So my least favorite, of course, is Priscilla. I think Priscilla was a devil in disguise. Honestly, guys, I think she was a devil in disguise. I think Elvis trusted her, thought she was this sweet, innocent, angelic person. And the truth is, if she massively changed once they got engaged and married. Once they got engaged and married, I think she completely changed. And we know this because she was unfaithful just after Lisa Marie was born. So, devil in disguise, guys. Devil in disguise. Right, I want to carry on with these messages a bit longer. I quite enjoy reading these messages. Yeah, so I know so Ayisa, definitely. Anne Margaret, come on. The female Elvis. Extremely talented, beautiful singer, dancer, actress. She had it all. And a very loyal girl that never spoke badly of Elvis. Always speaks beautifully about Elvis and has kept most things to herself, most things secret about her and Elvis. What Priscilla was putting Elvis through affairs, except I think Ginger was emotional company. Do you know, it's a funny one with Ginger, because do we really know much about it, Ginger? I think, we've heard that she didn't want to live there. She didn't always want to go on tour. I think Elvis helped her parents. She was a Memphis girl. We know that. But do we really know much about the ins and outs? I think that I've heard that her book is a really good read. I've heard it's a really nice, tasteful book. Yeah. So I'm a fan of Ginger in the way of I think she's lovely, but I have mixed views on Ginger. Mixed views. That's a nice way of putting it. Oh, look, Andrew's just sent me a long message. Oh, here we go. I'm going to have to read this. This has just come through. Now, I'm going to read this, guys. It's to do with the book. It's to do with this book. We know we have strong views on this book. Yeah. Last night we did a live stream where Joe at Rare Elvis Photos joined us. Also last night, Shauna at Tenderly Loving Elvis joined us. Yeah. It was quite a tense live stream last night. We were discussing our right to defend our way. Yeah. I personally feel that we're pushed around a bit and we're sort of told how we should defend Elvis. I think our channel, Defending Elvis, we should be able to run our channel the way we see fit with Team Elvis, of course, and so should Joe at Rare Elvis Photos. I know he is getting a lot of heat because of this book. Joe is getting a lot of flack because of this book about the possibility of Lucy being his girlfriend and him having a child with Lucy called Desiree, in the 50s. Now, you guys, I've told you before, I don't believe this book. I must make that clear. I do not believe this book. Now, if you do believe this book, I respect you. It's your right. You've obviously done your own research and looked into it, and you've come to a decision whether you do or you don't. I don't, yeah. But if Joe does at Rare Elvis Photos, which it seems that he does, that's fine. And one thing I'll say about Joe, he doesn't push it. He doesn't demand that people believe it. He tries to give as much evidence as he can. be as transparent as he can. But he does let his subscribers, his viewers, his members decide for themselves. So I think Joe's pretty fair with it. But I will say this, Joe is getting a lot of flack, a lot of flack. I don't understand it. Richie boy, are you on Facebook? Because you could send me the comment on Facebook and I will read it out. Are you on Facebook, Richie boy? Yeah, Emily doesn't believe it. Debbie doesn't believe it. Right, Karen says, Ginger puts it out there that they had a beautiful, amazing love affair. I don't think it was true. I tend to agree with you, Karen. I tend to agree that, you know, wasn't as romantic and beautiful as she makes out. And I actually dispute the fact that they were going to get married in December at Christmas. I'm not convinced, guys. But to the people out there that believe it, that they would have got married at Christmas, I don't want to be rude to you guys. If you guys feel that they were going to get married, even there was talk of children. You know, I actually think Elvis in his 40s was ready to settle down. I don't think Elvis was ready to settle down until he hit his 40s. So I think Elvis would have been a great dad and husband in his 40s because he had enjoyed his life. So he was at a time in his life where he's spiritual, a Christian man. He was starting to sort of, I think, look at the possibility of getting remarried and having children. I really believe that in his 40s. It just wasn't to be. So Richie boy, are you on the 24-hour chat? Because if you send a comment there, I'll read it out. Yeah? Are you on that? So I'm going to read this comment. The reason I mentioned this book is because I'm guessing this comment is gonna mention it. So right, Andrew Morenin, who sent me a lovely Christmas gift. Andrew, are you here? Let me just comment to him now that we're live. I'll say we're live now, reading your comment. We're live now, reading your comments. This is Andrew Morenin. He does give long comments, which I really enjoy, by the way. Andrew's great. You're so generous to me, Andrew. Thank you for that Christmas gift. Very kind. Right. So he has watched the rare Elvis photos. So he has watched the rare Elvis photos video that Shauna was on. It's called Rare Elvis Photos, Right to Defend Our Way. He's commented on that. It's the one we did last night before we went to bed. Right, great conversation. The best so far. Louis is great because he defends with common sense. Thank you. No, I've never read this, guys. I've never read this. Our new president also uses common sense to get his message out. Joe has also been excellent by being very analytical, and his Mike Stone story was so factual and correct, besides being the first with Suzanne Finstad, now on the Lucy book. Right, I want to understand the Suzanne Finstad bit. So I understand that that Joe did an interview with Mike Stone, but besides being the first with Suzanne Finstad, I think he's referring to the fact that Joe at Rare Elvis Photos read this book. Yeah, is that correct? Is that what he means? But because Suzanne Finstad is the author, this book came out in 1997. So I think he's referring to Joe reading that book. Let's have a look. Okay, right. Now on the Lucy book. Right, guys, this is Andrew's opinion on the Lucy book. Go ahead and tell me if you believe it or if you don't believe it. I know some of you have already said. Right, let's have a look. Let me just get it to the Lucy book. Now on the Lucy book, unfortunately, Joe has the appearance of completely agreeing with Derry. Now, I will say this, guys. I will say this, that it's pretty obvious that Joe does believe the book and is passionate to prove that the book is true. That's his right. That's his right. Obviously, I have a different opinion. I still massively admire Joe and respect him. Right, let's have a look. I wrote to Joe, so this is Andrew writing to Joe, that all books written after 1977 need to be analysed very carefully because Dari is writing it and not Lucy. Okay, so I get that point. It's Dari's book. Now, we know Dari, the author of this book. He spoke to us before. He does message me. We have Kathy, who is assisting us with this book on helping us try and understand it. Yeah, I think it's just a great story. Let's have a look. Dari is writing it and not Lucy. Elvis is not able to defend himself. I get that point against this story. I get it. Hi, darling. Turn your phone down, please. Elvis is not. Hi, beautiful. Are you okay? You got your doggy? 1 second, guys. Da, 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 da. So you look at that camera there. You say, I'm going to bed now. I'm really tired.
I'm going to bed now. I'm not tired.
Say, Team Elvis rock.
Team Elvis don't rock.
So, what is your new nickname? Come on, we called it you earlier. Elvis what?
Elvis Chick.
Elvis Chick. This is Elvis Chick. And Tino is called Elvis Boy. Elvis Boy. All right, guys, I'm going to carry on reading. I love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
I'm just going to get my...
Yeah, sweet dreams.
Bye-bye.
You got school in the morning, so be good.
No.
Do you know what, Karen? I don't really know. Or I can only go by. I've been messaged, so I don't have a choice. So with your question, I honestly don't know the answer, Karen. Right, where are we? So okay, so we'll carry on reading Andrew's message. Right, where are we? She's so cute, and she. I call her Elvis Chick, and I call my son Elvis Boy. This is so funny. It's cute. Right, Elvis is not able to defend himself. Thanks. Yeah, Elvis is not able to defend himself. Books like this are mainly written with their point of view and their storytelling opinion. Money is also an object sometimes, but not always. I wrote to Joe. Dari responded because I stated that the only true love was Anne Margaret. Many of you agree with that? Do many of you think that Anne Margaret was Elvis's only true love? I know Teresa does, definitely. Teresa, come on, we know. Teresa, we know. Yes, yes, yes. So this is Andrew, Teresa. Andrew's going to be your new best friend, yeah? So Andrew says, I stated that the only true love was Anne Margaret, which was only my opinion. I acknowledged that his Lucy book was very romantic story, which it is. Yeah, guys, it's a pretty story, isn't it? But his response was that Anne Margaret was not in love with Elvis, but were just good friends. I don't believe that. Andrew, I agree with Andrew. I don't agree with Dari, the author. Definitely not. They were in love. Come on, guys. Seriously, I asked you that, guys. How many of you think Elvis loved Anne Margaret? Honestly, just tell me either way, guys. I'll listen for your answer. Yeah, Karen. Come on. Does anyone here, there's 40 odd of you watching. How many of you think And Margaret and Elvis were in love. Yes. Lorna, Debbie. Yeah. Emily. Come on, it's obvious. If you watch any interviews, it's so obvious. Yeah, Jane. Teresa. Yes, yes. Elvis loved Anna to the end. Teresa. I'm glad that's made you so happy, Teresa. So Emily, definite. Cheryl White, yes. Anyone else? There's 40 of you. Come on. Who thinks Anne Margaret and Elvis were in love? Come on, join in, guys. And if you're a bit shy, throw us an answer. Come on. I've put it on Messenger, but no response after that. It's fine. Probably said something I shouldn't have. Keep doing what you're doing, Louis. Just Elvis' true love was Anne Margaret. Yes. No, Richie boy, I'm going to check now. I think they would have made a great couple. So, yes. Now, my answer is definitely yes. 100% Elvis and Anne Margaret were in love, in my opinion. Right, let me just check Richie boy. I've gone to defending Elvis. Richard. Aha. I got it, my friend. I give up, laugh out loud, mate. Keep doing right. Okay, let's have a look. So Richie boy's comment. Right, Richie boy said... Yeah, do you know what, Richie? It might be YouTube taking it off because certain words were used. Maybe you say, I said maybe he should have shot him like he said he would, but tongue and cheek, Mike Stone. Yeah, so Richie boy, it might be because you've used the word shot. Remember YouTube. They can block certain words. Let me see what your other comment was. Yeah, it is. It's even I've had a thing on Messenger saying that the comment was blocked. Richie boy, are you there? Yeah, so Richie boy, it's because you use the word shot. They don't like it. I think what it is, YouTube are picking out the words. Don't forget, it's like a robot, isn't it? It's like an automated thing. So if you're using a word that they don't like, they stop the comment. I never knew. Do you know what? I didn't know that YouTube did that. Honestly. Right, let's keep going with your comments. So Richie boy, I just think, and it just, yeah, you get it, don't you? You get it. They were very spicy together. Has Anne-Marie disclosed it all? I don't think so. No, I'll tell you what, Chicky Blue, Anne-Marie, she has so much dignity and self-respect, and she's so trustworthy and loyal. Loyal. This is the key word. This is where Priscilla went wrong. No loyalty. Come on, the best girlfriend or the best husband or boyfriend are the loyal ones. The loyal ones. Don't we all believe that? Right, so where were we on the comment? So yeah, she's beautiful. I think she's stunning. I'll tell you what, if I was a 20-year-old man, I'd like Anne Margaret. Definitely. It's so important. Tony, isn't it important? I've been with my wife 20 years on the 25th of July, and I am totally faithful, have always been totally faithful. My wife has always been totally faithful. So loyalty is very important. Very, very important. Right, let's have a look. So let's carry on with Andrew's comment. Let's have a look. Let me just go. I want to get to the bit. Right. I stated that the only true love was Anne Margaret, which was only my opinion. I acknowledge that Lucy's book was very romantic, but his response was Anne was not in love with Elvis, but were just good friends. This is Darry's response, which I don't agree with. When Anne Margaret is still alive and she personally states that she was passionately in love with Elvis, definitely, and would have liked to be with him to save him. Now that is love, not just friends. And I've watched that interview. I've watched it. So this shows that Dari did not fully research Anne, and maybe he did not fully research Elvis. Priscilla has said that Elvis would not have sex with a married man. Now, I've never believed that, by the way. With a married woman, sorry. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'll say that bit again. Priscilla has said that Elvis would not have sex with a married woman that's had a child. I've said it a million times, guys. No way is it true that Elvis wouldn't have sex with a married woman. This is Elvis in his older years, 20s, 30s, 40s, obviously. A teenage Elvis, yes. A teenage Elvis may have said he wouldn't have sex with a married woman that's had a child. A teenage Elvis, but not a grown-up Elvis. So let's carry on. Now, remember, I've always said that this thing where Elvis wouldn't have sex with a woman that's had a child is bullshit, because when he started seeing Susan Henning on the 68 Comeback Show and on the filming of Live a Little, Love a Little, Susan Henning had 2 kids, I think. Definitely 1, maybe 2. So Elvis also isn't there. There's another one that Elvis was seeing. Is it Debbie Page? I can't remember. There was another girl that Elvis was seeing that had a child. So this bullshit that Priscilla made up, that Elvis wouldn't sleep with a woman who'd had sex, who'd had a child, is bullshit. And the reason Elvis wouldn't sleep with Priscilla after she'd had a child is because she was unfaithful. He caught her being unfaithful. He didn't want to touch her. That's my opinion, guys. Right, let me just check your comments and then I'll come back. It doesn't look like we're going to read anything, does it, guys? We're not going to do any reading now. We've been on for an hour already, so it doesn't matter. We can keep chatting. Right, let me ask. So, Richie boy, you still there, my friends? Let's have a look. Where are we? Margaret Forever. Yoo-hoo. You know, Helen, I am too tired to read. Deb, Karen, I was going to comment. Karen, go ahead. Come on, throw out the comments. Yeah, I mean, I could play, Tony, if I played that video, you'd all get excited. Does any of you want me to play that video? Who wants me to play Susan Henning and Elvis? But remember, ladies, don't get too carried away with this. I'm just going to play a small clip of it, okay? Right, Richie boy, I found your comment. I found it. Everything's good. I've just seen it on Messenger. I've just read it out. I think because you used the word shot, I'll type it in. I've just typed it there for you. Because you used that word, they didn't allow the comment to come through. I think that's all it was. Right, are we ready, guys? Do you know what? I'm not really allowed to play music, but hang on.
Elvis Presley and Susan Henning. She was born on January 20th, 1947 in Los Angeles, California. Susan Henning was a model and actress who appeared in Elvis.
Right, come on, let's play the actual one. I can't really play the music because it'll just be copyrighted. I wonder if there's a section where there's. Let's have a look. This might work.
His attention to co-star Susan Henning.
I first met Elvis in
Here we are.
Probably 60s.
Right, let's watch this, shall we?
The 8th film, Elvis turned his attention to co-star Susan Henning.
I first met Elvis it was probably 67, and I was topless, and the bottom half of me was a mermaid. Everything he did, he enjoyed life, and he was certainly fun to work with, and certainly very made you feel very comfortable in what you were doing. If you were to err, he would laugh, and he's a very real person. I'm attracted to people that aren't fake, and he seemed just down home and comfortable to be with.
And Elvis started dating her, and he dated her for a while. Not too many people know about that. She never told anybody about it. She was very, very quiet about it, and we spent a lot of time together doing the movie and rehearsals and all that.
And when I walked into the room, we were to practice and rehearse the dance. He had his back to me, and he had his little macho pose, and I think I had a pair of short shorts on. And I thought, oh, well, there's Elvis. We're going to have fun. So I remember walking up and sticking my leg between his leg and kind of doing a little can-can. And his favorite slogan was, he looked down at my boy, my boy.
They clicked for a while, and you could see it in their eyes.
I met him in one time in Arizona. We went, and I think a lot of his fun, since he was so much out, was just to be in. And we would really just stay in the room, and that sounds all perverted, but I mean, you can have a lot of fun in the room besides doing what people might think. I mean, just talking, and he loved to get into deep thoughts and he loved to eat. One of my greatest fun times was to comb his hair and do it in different ways that he had never worn it, and he thought that was so funny that I would comb his hair in bangs or part it down the center, make a butler, or we just played with each other. You could do fun things. I think he had a multitude of women, and I think I was one of
There you go, guys. No music, which is good. It means it won't get copyrighted. You can just watch it, guys. She's a beautiful girl. Elvis is looking amazing. Come on, Richie. She's lovely. Yeah, he just told her to shut up, didn't he? Yeah, she's still a great looking lady, isn't she? Yeah, she did Nat TV. I agree. Oh, she's really winding him up, isn't she? Yeah, we can't, Emily, we can't play the music. We're not allowed to. Funny. I bet you do, Teresa. Yeah. She's stunning, isn't she, Richie boy? Very cute, Tony. Hi, Karen. How you going? I think he looks great. I love his hair there. Susan Henning, Karen. Susan Henning. She was in the Live a Little, Love a Little film, is it? Yeah, so she was in the film, is it Live a Little, Love a Little, Love a Little, Live a Little, one or the other. And she was in the 68 comeback special, I think, as one of the dancers. So she's a beauty. She is a beauty, that girl. So, right, I want to carry on reading this comment. Elvis looks at his best. Come on, let's face it. I think, isn't that as good as Elvis can get in the 68 comeback special? Come on, he was at the top of his game, I think. His voice was peaking, his body, his looks, his just everything about him in the 68 comeback special to me was like, wow. I really believe that. So it's Live a Little, Love a Little. I always get confused. Yeah, you know, Richie boy, I thought she was just in the 68 comeback special, but someone told me that she also had a small part in Live a Little, Love a Little. Am I wrong? I may be wrong, guys. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know. In Karen, his Vegas comeback again, he was looking wow. 69, yeah? Wow. Vegas comeback. Amazing. He sure is, California girl. Why any woman who had him would ever want to give Elvis up. I agree. What was going on with Priscilla? Come on, no, I don't want to sound rude, but yeah, she was a mermaid in the film. Is that correct, Tony? In the Live a Little, or was it mermaid in the '68 comeback special? It was one or the other. Yeah. Right. Let me carry on reading this. So, what Priscilla has said that Elvis would not have sex with a married woman that's had a child, which is bullshit. It's nonsense. That is the time scripture says go for it if you are married, but do not do it if you're not married yet. Now, this is the evidence that affects the Lucy book. Elvis was named an apostle of... Hang on a minute. So that is why Anne Margaret lost to Elvis, as Elvis would completely not have a chance to be... Hang on a minute. I don't want to sort of twist it a bit. I just want to keep it simple. Let's have a look. So you can read this comment on... I haven't read this comment yet. It's my first time reading it. So it says Elvis was a man of God. Of course, Elvis was extremely religious. So I can see the general gist that Andrew is saying, really, is that many things that have been said about Elvis and the book don't match up. That's really what Andrew's saying. And I think he does refer to Cary Grant's Suzanne Finstad's book. Tells us the truth at the end, always comes out. The reading of the Lucy book is very entertaining and a great romantic story. So I will say this, guys, that right, she was in Live a Little, Love a Little. Cheryl, yeah, and I thought she was in it. I don't think many people know that she was in it, but yes, I definitely read that she was in it. Yeah, he sure was, Richie boy. 100% Emily. So Tony says he had a little part. Yes, as the mermaid, isn't it? Is that right, Tony? I'm just reading. So Helen said he was taking a photo of her on a diving board. Okay, let's go to the next comment, guys. Let's have a look. Let me just go through these comments. Go back a minute. Yeah, so this is an interesting comment from Joanne. Obviously, we've been discussing Joe at Rare Elvis Photos, and Joanne is saying, I think Joe has got a bit too close to the book. I'm getting lots of comments about the book, about Joe, about Joe's channel. I mean, I obviously am a big fan of Joe's channel, and I can see that this book has become very important to Joe, very important. I think he stands by it. I think he's released a song as well, a song that's to do with the book. I don't know the ins and outs. I think it's on his other channel. I just think Joe has the right to believe it. That's what I think. I don't agree with Joe because I don't believe the book, but I think Joe respectfully has the right to believe it. Me personally, I just think it's just a story. I just think it's a nice story and it's not true. I mean that with no disrespect, because I think very highly of Joe. I think he's great. I think his channel's great as well. It's just how I feel, guys. Any of you that believe it, I respect that. Honestly, guys, if you believe the story, that's fine. It's okay. We can have different opinions here. It's completely fine. It's just how I feel, guys. Right, let's click on another comment. Let's have a look. There we are. So we've got Nancy. Oh, Nancy sent me a very long comment. This is what I was trying to say, Louis. This is what I've been trying to tell you. I can't comprehend it because, right, she's talking about the Lucy book, okay? Thanks, Richie boy. I'm reading these messages, but I'm trying to, because some of them I haven't read before. I'm being careful that I don't say anything rude. So I'm sort of picking out bits. So it says, this is what I was trying to say, Louis. I've been trying to tell, this is Nancy, by the way. I love Nancy. Nancy's amazing. Hi, Monica. Where have you been, Monica? You've been hiding from us. Louis, this is what I've been trying to tell you, and I can't comprehend it. I can't comprehend it because of the Lucy and Elvis book. People think it's disrespectful to Lisa, which was said to me yesterday. But I sort of, do you know what? When people say it's disrespectful to Lisa, how can I say it? I think if you are if you're completely, hi Susan, hope you're well. Let me just try and get this in my head. Susan, I haven't seen you for a few days. Right. Let me try and so California Girl says, Joe is all about it. Joe is all in, but we all have our reasons to believe our opinions. That is why we have so many different channels. Yeah, I think it's okay. Believe it or don't believe it, or if you're just not interested in the book, I think it's okay, guys. We can agree, we can disagree, we can debate. It's fine. I want to read the book because I think it's an interesting story, not because I believe it. Yeah. So let's carry. Nancy believes the book. She believes it. Okay. So let me keep reading. I can't comprehend it's because of Lucy and Elvis' book. People think it's disrespectful to Lisa. Now, I don't think it's disrespectful to Lisa, but I do think if you are very against this book, if this book angers you, upsets you, makes you annoyed, then I understand why you think it's disrespectful to Lisa. I get it. I don't think it's disrespectful to Lisa, but I do understand some people may. Does that make sense? Right. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense that the book had to do with Elvis when he was 18. And now, yeah, that's true. Some people don't realize that a big section, an important section of this book was Elvis was 18. So before he got famous, yeah. He had Lisa when he was 33 years old, just because I believe in the book. So Nancy believes in the book. Elvis and Lucy, it doesn't take nothing away from Lisa, which I agree. It's just a story, isn't it, guys? It doesn't affect Elvis. I don't think it does. So, Karen, is there any real proof that Desiree is Elvis's daughter? Sorry if I'm late to talk. Karen, I'll be honest with you, Karen. I'm no expert on that book. It is much more Joe's department. Usually, if we discuss the book, we've got Kathy, who is an expert on the book, with us. Kathy's not here tonight. She's working. So, me personally, Karen, I have never seen proof that it's true. Nothing I've seen is proof that so far. We've only read up to chapter 6. So, so it says here, I still like Lisa's. Right, hang on. That's the problem with the book and why I get so aggravated just with this one book. I'll tell you why, because nobody has an open mind. Well, I don't agree with that, Nancy. We do have open minds. That Elvis is different. Elvis had a different life. Elvis was only 18 years old. Priscilla, Elvis didn't have a life before he met Priscilla. That doesn't even make sense. He had a life before he met Priscilla, and he had a life after. Yeah. if you got it, if they got an issue with life before Priscilla, I'm not understanding this part, the Priscilla bit here, guys. I think really what she's trying to say is that not enough is known about Elvis before he was 19. Isn't that what Nancy's trying to say? Not enough was known about Elvis before he was 19, and she's tying that in with the book. I think. I'm a bit confused. Just right, Richie, just remember we all have different opinions of the lies in the Elvis world, as we all care about Elvis and Lisa and family, and Desiree is an absolute joke. Yeah, and do you know what, Richie boy, a lot of people think that the Desiree book is a joke. I agree. I you know, I've made my opinion clear. I just don't believe it. I just don't. And I don't want it. I don't mean to insult anyone. I just don't. Even Nancy, I really like Nancy. Joe, even Joe, Rare of his folks, I think he's great. I just don't believe it. I can't be any more honest than that, really. Right, next comment. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm going to start reading Andrew's comment. Andrew, are you with us, Andrew? I want to make sure I read it in a way that it's okay to read out here. So Nigel Wilson, only Lisa don't know if there's more kids. Hi, Nigel. I hope you're well. Great conversation. The best so far. All right, let's have a look. Is it another one? Right. So he says, Louis, right, let's have a look. Joe has been excellent by being very analytical with Mike. No, we've already read this one. Right on. Let's keep going. Keep going, guys. Just got to click on this. Let's get some older comments. Vernon. Elvis would have lived for many more years if he had kept better people around him. This is Darren Martin. Susan thinks it's true. That's completely fine. Susan, many people think it's true. Many. Like Nancy clearly thinks it's true. I think we have to respect people's own right to believe it or to not believe it. Honestly, I do, guys. There's a few of my subscribers and members think it's true. Right. These men have proved time and time again without Elvis that they were nothing, still feeding off his name, sharing stories. I think this is concerning the Memphis Mafia. Still sharing stories that weren't meant to be private. Poor Lisa having to read stories from men that she saw grovel to her dad. Not once have these people thought how their actions and their words must have hurt his daughter. We all know how her life ended. That was Darren Martin, and I know how he feels. I have strong views about this book. I don't think this book should have been written. I really don't. I think it was a betrayal. I think Sonny West, Red West, Dave Hebler made a massive mistake, and I think they paid a price for 50 years for writing this book. I think deep down they all regretted it. So 100% they should not have written this book. It was for money. They were upset. They were bitter. It was a bit of revenge, and they were greedy because they got paid. So I agree with that comment, Darren. Right, next comment. Both loved each other. There are so many beautiful shots of them together. It is completely normal that there are different opinions. You watch the video that Vernon made when after Elvis died. You can feel the endless love of his son Elvis. Next comment. That is what it's all about. There is Elvis and all the rest that don't matter apart from his beautiful family. Yeah, I agree. We defend the bloodline. Come on, Richie boy. Next comment. Let's have a look. Some of these comments I haven't read properly. So why did these people stick around? Things were so negative. They were not physically tied. They could leave at any time, but I think they obviously got something out of it. Then they talk about the negativity to make money. A person with integrity would not do that. So this is again about the Memphis Mafia. Let's have a look. Kathy Beard. What purpose does it serve to trash about Elvis and tell things that happen between family members that I'm sure they wouldn't want being told to the public? These guys are just seeking revenge for being fired, and that is exactly what this is about. I bet these guys have family matters and stories themselves that they wouldn't want told. This was jealous revenge from seekers. I agree with that. I agree. There was jealous revenge. I do think that Elvis did, within some of the Memphis Mafia members, I do think Elvis got jealousy. I really believe that. I think they took Elvis for granted. Honest. Yeah, Karen says it. It did feel like revenge to me. It did. So Justy says the men betrayed Elvis. And then the next comment says they made a tabloid documentary about him. They said horrible things in it and wrote a tell-all book about him. What do you call that? There's a lot of comments here, actually, guys. Right, here's a very long comment. Ooh. This is from Just My 2 Bits. It says, Charlie Hodge does seem to be one of the nicer ones, doesn't he? Elvis fired them a gazillion times. Not good for their self-esteem. Not good for Elvis to do. Right, so this is obviously someone who supports the mafia, I think. He did it to show them that he could and keep them online and with his wishes. Their esteem was diminished each time he convinced them to come back to work, only to be fired again and again. He had mood swings. Their resentment grew. So he's saying that the bodyguards had growing resentment. The last firing was Elvis firing one of 4 of them. Elvis is on the record, has only apologized to, and has never apologized to. I'm confused there. All right, it's saying here that Elvis didn't like to apologize. He would rather buy you jewelry or get you a car. Yeah. Let's keep going. But Elvis could have apologized and made it right, but he chose not to. Let's have a look. Those men that gave their lives to work for Elvis. I mean, I don't agree with any of this comment. It's very clear that this person supports the guys that wrote the book. I just don't agree. I actually think that comment is very unfair to Elvis. I completely disagree with it. They did it to get back Elvis. Billy Smith said that they would have hired them back. Yes, I've seen the Billy Smith interview where that was said. He's still very popular, isn't he, Billy? Come on, Billy was there right at the beginning, wasn't he? So you see those pictures of Billy with Elvis, you know, and Billy's like a little boy. It's so cute. Yeah, someone replies to that comment. And do you have fairies at the bottom of your garden? Oh, that's so funny. Do you have fairies at the bottom of your garden? I like that response. It's interesting, actually. I'm going to go. I can see what's happened here. This is comments on one of my shorts. So it must have jumped to the shorts. Let's go on the shorts. We'll go on my shorts, right? And we'll just get some comments off my shorts. Right, let's have a look. Let's get the shorts up. Contents. Shorts. Here we go. I'm going to whiz through. We're going to play one. I think what we'll do, we'll play it. And then we'll see the comments. We want a short that's got a lot of comments. I'm looking for one that's got loads. Right, 19 comments. I'll play it and then we'll look at the comments. Are we ready, guys? Ooh, let's get the volume up.
You know, what are they trying to do? It seems like if you have a good relationship, they come in, they try to pull you apart, you know. And we've had our ups and downs, just like every mother, just like every daughter in a relationship. Of course you do. I mean, my goodness, it would, and, you know, it's brought us closer. And, you know, she's older now. She was going through some, you know, the terrible teens, you know, like we've all done. And you know, we got through it. It wasn't anything so different than anybody else, you know, but when you're raising a child in the limelight, it's very, very difficult because everything that they do, you know, the press wants to make it bigger.
And I have to agree, they really were.
Oh, right, okay. Right, so let's look at the comments. Let's have a look. So let's read it. I believe I just watched a short video where she said that after she left that Elvis had a hard time coping with losing his family, but she said he never managed anything. I presume that she meant the woman, etc. I feel that she based the decision on Lisa and she felt was needed. It would be hard dealing with a teen that had abuse problems. I personally don't care for Scientology. Okay. Once again, you're lying. They're talking to Priscilla, aren't they? Yeah. Once again, you're lying. You put Lisa Marie into boarding school. You sent her to France to school. You sent her to Scientology to sort her life out. You two did not get on. Let's see if we can get some more. Okay. That's all right. Well, it's pretty obvious that it's pretty obvious. I could go through these comments all night, guys, but it is getting late because it's like I just realised we've been on an hour and a half. How did we do an hour and a half? How did that happen? Hour and a half. I've got to go to bed. But so just tonight's live stream was just a bit of a mix and match. Didn't have any particular topic tonight. I just wanted to just mess around, chat with you guys, just be together, Team Elvis, chilling out, doing our thing. But it's been an hour and a half, so I'm going to have to go. I'll be back in the morning. I haven't decided what topic to do at the moment. I'm a little bit up in the air on topics. I'm not sure. There's so many to choose from. I'm going to sleep on it and I'm going to see what comments come my way, what things you guys send me, and I'm going to go from there. So good night, everyone. Thank you, Richie boy. And I always appreciate it when you guys, we all come together. Thanks to everyone that's watching. Please subscribe, please like. Usual, get us a coffee if you've enjoyed what I do. Hit the super thank you button. Thanks, guys. We've had a brilliant time and I will be back tomorrow morning. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, everyone. All of you guys. Thanks, Linda. Oh, no, Linda. Linda. Linda, message me. I need reminders. I need reminders. Linda, tomorrow I will. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to go to sleep. Otherwise, my wife's going to tell me off. Like, Bye, guys. Take care. I'm really sorry, Linda.